a tiny nation that has caught the special attention of the US government. In this video, I'll take you to Cyprus, dubbed the country with the least attractive women in Europe. You heard that right. Why is the US investing heavily in a place that seems to lack any appeal? Hit the button below to uncover the truth behind this seemingly obscure island. Cyprus is a small island nestled between three continents: Europe, Asia, and Africa. With an area of just over 9,200 km², its location is nonetheless highly strategic. This nation is like a tiny key sitting at the crossroads of global conflict. Anyone aiming for the Middle East has to take it into account. On the map, the country's shape resembles a half-smoked cigar. Cyprus operates under a presidential republic system. The president serves as both the head of state and the head of government. Unlike many European countries where the prime minister holds most of the power, Cyprus has opted to centralize authority. This has brought stability, but also sparked debate, especially since the country has been divided since 1974. That event left a deep scar. The south is controlled by Greek Cypriots and recognized internationally. The north is controlled by Turkish Cypriots and is only recognized by Turkey. This division remains unresolved to this day. Yet, Cyprus is still a member of the European Union. To the US, Cyprus is seen as a small but vital ally. In American eyes, it's a gateway to the Middle East, a strategic chessboard piece among powerful players in the region. The US has heavily invested in education, security, and economic cooperation here. The total investment is estimated at over $1.5 billion in the past decade. Of that, about $500 million has gone toward security support and military training, and $300 million toward educational exchange programs. To American tourists, Cyprus feels like a quieter version of Greece. Summers are scorching, dry, and hot, sometimes exceeding 40 degrees. Winters are warm and pleasant, with no snow in the lowlands. Those sensitive to heat or prone to heat shock might find it hard to adjust during the long summer season. Women in Cyprus make up more than half of the population. About 56% of working-age women are employed. But when it comes to appearance, most are not particularly striking. It's estimated that 60 to 65% of women here fall into the average to below average looks category. Their skin tends to be sun-darkened, their figures fuller, and their fashion leans more toward practicality than style. Compared to neighboring countries like Lebanon or Israel, Cypriot women appear more down-to-earth, even plain at times. That said, they are far from lacking. Many women here work around 56% of those of working age. At night, most people out and about are young women between 18 and 30. They go out for coffee, hang out at mellow bars, chat. Rarely do you see the loud party scenes like in Berlin or Amsterdam. And yes, they drink. Especially wine, which is practically woven into their dining culture. On average, they drink 2 to 3 times a week. If you hosted a drinking contest with Cypriot women, even Taylor Swift and her entire crew might have to bow out early. The main languages here are Greek and Turkish. But English is also widely spoken. Almost everyone can speak it, especially in the southern part of the island. The people are friendly, gentle, and deeply family-oriented. Life moves slowly here, from the way people eat to how they converse. And that unhurried pace can sometimes be a bit of a hassle. The laid-back lifestyle often slows down administrative processes. Filing a form, applying for a permit, or completing any paperwork might take weeks, simply because no one treats urgency as a priority. Cyprus feels like a strange book. The more pages you turn, the more you realize that things which seem illogical somehow work in a surprisingly natural way. Take, for instance, the practice of burning leaves to ward off the evil eye. It's rooted in the belief that jealous or envious stares can bring bad luck or misfortune. Whenever someone unexpectedly gets a compliment, a promotion, or a stroke of luck, their family will quickly burn dried leaves to chase away the bad vibes. That same mindset has also shaped a birthday tradition unlike any other. Instead of celebrating the day someone was born, Cypriots honor their name day, the feast day of the saint they were named after. And the person being celebrated doesn't have to plan a thing. Family, friends, and co-workers remember the day and drop by on their own. It could be a message, a phone call, or a visit to your home, with a box of pastries, a bottle of wine, or just to share a meal. The host always welcomes them with open arms. No fancy prep, no scheduling needed. If you've ever been to a name day celebration in Cyprus, drop a 1 in the comments below. In Cyprus, some buildings seem born to be criticized. Why is that? Right in the heart of the capital, Nicosia, a 230-year-old mansion still stands. The Hagigeorgakis Kornisios mansion, once home to a high-ranking Ottoman official, was built entirely from local stone, in a discreet P-shaped layout with an inner courtyard and a stone water basin. Thick walls for insulation, a separate hammam-style bath area, wooden corridors, intricate carvings. More than 2 centuries later, The house is now a museum, open daily. Visitors don't just see it, they smell the old wood, hear the wind slipping through the roof tiles, and feel the rhythm of a bygone era still breathing through the walls. But walk just a few hundred meters, and you'll encounter the complete opposite. Eleftheria Square appears like a flowing strip of concrete, glass, and steel dropped into the old city center. Its design looks like a piece of architecture from the future, accidentally landed here, right between centuries-old Venetian walls. Below lies a modern parking garage. Above, an open plaza, interconnected walkways, and zones for protests, festivals, and concerts. Everything is meticulously planned to create a 21st century public space. Yet, the project hasn't been embraced wholeheartedly. Many locals say it lacks trees, lacks shade, missing the deeply rooted Cypriot way of living under the shadow. It's a structure praised by international architects, yet openly criticized by many locals. Then there's Tower 25, a striking white building nearly 70 meters tall, standing in the city center. It wasn't just designed to look good, but to confront the harsh Mediterranean sun. Designed by renowned architect Jean Nouvel, he described it as a dialogue between shade and light. But not everyone agrees with that vision. The tower stirred controversy from the moment it was just a concept. Locals call it the lost stone in a courtyard, because in a city used to low tile roofs, rough stone walls, and earthy tones. Tower 25 stands out as an unfamiliar white block, distant and cold. Life in Cyprus seems pleasant. Plenty of sunshine, the sea nearby, and friendly people. But to actually live comfortably here, you'll need a decent budget. For a single person wanting a comfortable lifestyle in cities like Limassol or Nicosia, monthly expenses including rent can range from 1,800 to 2,200 euros. For a family of 4, that number can go up to 4,000 or even 4,500 euros a month. Just renting a one-bedroom apartment in central Limassol can cost upwards of 1,600 euros. On top of that, there's electricity, water, and air conditioning a must during the scorching summer months. And here are a few things you should know if you don't want to be caught off guard. First, the slow pace of life. People here don't rush. A late bus by a few minutes? No one bats an eye. Small shops might close for a long afternoon break, and bureaucratic procedures aren't always fast. You could be sitting at a cafe, sipping wine, watching the sun beam through the window, and feel like you're in a different world, untouched by the clock. But if you're used to the fast pace of a big city, you might feel like you've fallen out of sync. Second, nature and climate are the real bosses. Summers in Cyprus are long and extremely hot. Living in a glass-walled apartment like Tower 25 without air conditioning would be self-inflicted torture. The sun can be beautiful, but also brutal if you're not adapted. So choosing a place with a breezy balcony, greenery, and good sun protection isn't just a preference, it's a necessity. Lastly, consumer culture and hidden costs. Coffee or breakfast might be cheap, but imported goods can be very expensive. If you're used to foreign brands, your monthly spending can rise quickly. And for foreigners, signing a rental contract or setting up services often requires a hefty deposit, sometimes even a guarantor. Between the freedom of life in the US and the peace of Cyprus, where would you choose to live? Leave a comment below. Cyprus is not perfect. Behind the blue sea, golden sun, and gentle pace of life lie issues that often catch foreigners off guard. First is the heavy reliance on services. Tourism, real estate, and shipping together account for nearly 78% of the GDP, with over 70% of the workforce employed in these sectors. This means that when crises hit natural disasters, pandemics, global instability, the economy becomes fragile. It's highly shock-sensitive. In fact, the banking and real estate sectors triggered a major crisis back in 2013 when the banking system nearly collapsed. Next is the decades-long territorial division. The split between the South and the North affects not just politics, but also infrastructure and economic development. Investment tends to concentrate in the internationally recognized South, while the North remains more isolated. This creates inequality in living standards, opportunities, and the sense of citizenship. Cyprus carries both a rich historical legacy and the wounds of war. You might live in a sleek modern tower, yet still look out the window and see fences and old dividing lines. Another overlooked issue is unemployment or unstable job prospects for young people and recent graduates. Although the overall unemployment rate has dropped, the job market still favors those with experience, strong English skills, and the right connections. Newcomers, or those without a local network, often struggle to find good opportunities or competitive salaries. The cost of living, rent, summer air conditioning, utilities, often falls squarely on your shoulders when you're new, without connections or a clear understanding of the system. Bureaucracy is also a common pain point. A slow pace of life might seem charming at first, but when you need to register a car, find a school for your child, or get documents processed, slow becomes a serious problem. Many foreigners report waiting weeks or even months for simple paperwork. Rental contracts can require high deposits or contain vague terms. Environmental issues and urbanization bring their own challenges. The Eastern Mediterranean is facing serious climate impacts. Drought, water shortages, and mounting pressure from tourism. Rapid urban development in some areas is damaging traditional landscapes and pushing real estate prices higher. Local residents and middle-income workers are being priced out. Many feel that natural beauty is being commercialized. Corruption and favoritism also remain concerns. Cyprus has a good reputation for being safe and relatively stable, but that doesn't mean everything is transparent. Not knowing who's connected to whom can make simple tasks, contracts, permits, property frustrating for newcomers. After taking in the modern buildings and bright white architecture across Cyprus, you'll find that Larnaca offers a more affordable lifestyle, a gentler pace, and still gives you the sunshine, the sea, and the Mediterranean air. Larnaca isn't the biggest or the most bustling city, and that's exactly what gives it a sense of peace. A feeling that life here is closer to something real. The cost of living in Larnaca is considered significantly lower than in the more expensive coastal cities in the west of the island. For example, a single person can live reasonably well on about 800 to 900 euros a month, excluding rent, covering food, transport, and light entertainment. Meanwhile, a small family of 4 with a moderate lifestyle might spend around 2,800 to 3,000 euros per month if they avoid the city center or frequent vacations. Rent is also more affordable. It's possible to find a one-bedroom apartment in residential areas outside the center at a better rate than in Limassol or Nicosia. But living in Larnaca, and really anywhere in Cyprus, still comes with a few things to keep in mind if you want to avoid surprises. First, while the costs are lower, don't assume cheaper means you don't need to plan. Summers are hot and long here. Air conditioning and sun protection are must-haves. Otherwise, your savings can quickly vanish into electricity bills, and living in a tightly closed space becomes the only option. Homes without balconies or proper shading can quietly become burdens. Second, life in Larnaca moves slowly. People walk slowly, cafes open late, and administrative procedures aren't as fast as in bigger cities. For newcomers from urban centers, this slower pace might feel like you're falling behind. So be mentally prepared for things to take their time, and don't be shocked when the clock seems to matter less. Third, choosing the right area to live in is key. Coastal spots, areas near the airport, or the city center may still see rent rise faster, even though total living costs are lower than in major hotspots. Pay close attention to rental contracts deposits, maintenance responsibilities. These are the details that often catch foreigners off guard. Entertainment and dining in Larnaca are also more relaxed. You can enjoy fresh seafood by the sea, sip a glass of wine at sunset, without stressing too much about the price. But if you're into imported goods, or want to live like you're in a major metro area, your budget might quickly catch up with more expensive cities. In the end, Larnaca lets you live just enough without having to sacrifice too much. The sea is still close. The sun still stretches long. You'll still hear the rustling leaves and the soft waves each morning. Most importantly, you can feel yourself blending into the Mediterranean rhythm. Slow, open, connected to locals, without your budget becoming a monthly burden. If you're thinking of moving to Cyprus to live or work, don't just look at the big cities or the glossy tourism spots. Take a look at Larnaca, where costs are lower, but the experience remains authentic. Because sometimes living well enough beats living grand when your budget and your peace of mind can't keep up. Under the bright Mediterranean sun and signature blue skies, Cyprus has no shortage of destinations that captivate travelers. But if you're planning a trip and want to keep costs low while still experiencing everything to the fullest, Larnaca should be your first stop. It's not as hectic as Limassol and not as pricey as Nicosia. Larnaca offers the perfect balance of turquoise sea, local rhythm, and traveler-friendly prices. Here, you can get a hotel room near the beach for just 40 to 70 euros per night, depending on the season. Traveling in a group? Renting an apartment will cost around 80 to 100 euros a night. Split among friends, that's about the price of a single dinner out. Food and drink in Larnaca are also very budget-friendly. A full meal at a local restaurant ranges from 10 to 15 euros. Want to eat like a local? Try the small alleyway eateries. Souvlaki, grilled halloumi, Mediterranean salads for just a few euros, and you'll be more than full. And morning coffee? A chilled frappe will cost just 2 to 3 euros. The perfect sip as you watch the sea and soak in that Cyprus vibe. But Larnaca isn't just cheap. Finikoudi's beach sits right in the city center, with golden sand, clear blue water, and a line of palm trees. Like a simpler Mediterranean version of Bali, but more relaxed than Santorini. You can stroll here all day and never get bored. Nearby is Salt Lake, where in winter, hundreds of flamingos migrate for a seasonal stopover. Into culture? Don't miss St. Lazarus Church in the city center, a Byzantine masterpiece over 1,000 years old. Entry is free. Inside, you'll find ancient wall paintings, intricate carvings, and a sacred calm that feels worlds away from the bustling beach scene. From Larnaca, you can rent a car for day trips to Cape Greco, Ayia Napa, or even Paphos. The drive is beautiful, with sea views on both sides, and car rentals start at just 25 to 40 euros a day. Just keep in mind, the sun here is intense. Always carry water, a hat, and sunglasses. In summer, aim to explore early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid peak heat. Larnaca is perfect for those who don't need noise or luxury, but want a truly relaxing vacation. With a budget under 80 euros a day, you can enjoy a memorable getaway that doesn't break the bank. In Cyprus, it's not just about sun and sea. There are holidays and festivals that light up the entire island, with people gathering everywhere. Each year, major events turn cities into open-air stages. Take the Limassol Carnival, for example. It happens about 2 weeks before Lent, with parades, costumes, street music, and thousands of participants. This isn't just your typical costume party. It's a time for people to let go of their everyday seriousness and truly live it up. The partying goes on for a full week, from outdoor feasts to street concerts. There's also the Wine Festival in Limassol, held from late September to early October. People from across the island come to enjoy local wines, play folk games, and dance under warm golden lights. The festival is not just a celebration of the grape harvest, but also a tribute to the ancient winemaking traditions that have been part of Cypriot life for thousands of years. No one leaves without feeling a little drunk, whether from the wine or from the carefree atmosphere. In Paphos, the historic city on the island's west coast, summer brings the ancient Greek drama festival. International theater troupes perform in a stone amphitheater by the sea, with the Mediterranean breeze and glowing sunsets as the backdrop. It's not just a performance, it's a full sensory experience of time and place, where ancient culture meets modern audiences in a setting you'll never forget. But remember, during these times, Cyprus is no longer the slow, laid-back island. Streets get packed, cafes run out of seats, and music fills the air from evening till dawn. For tourists, it's an energetic, unforgettable experience, but sometimes overwhelming. Prices also go up. Hotels, taxis, food, everything costs more than usual. Traffic becomes unpredictable, and if you don't book ahead, you might end up watching the crowds from a distance. As the music from the festivals fades, people turn once again to the sea, the element that gives Cyprus its timeless beauty. Stretching along the Mediterranean coast, the island is home to dozens of beaches, with turquoise waters, white sand, and surprisingly fresh air. The most iconic is Nissi Beach in Ayia Napa, famous not just for its beauty, but also as a hub of beachside fun. In the morning, visitors can walk out to a tiny island in the bay when the tide is low. In the afternoon, the beach transforms into a lively scene with foam parties, upbeat music, and adrenaline-packed water sports like parasailing and jet skiing. For those who prefer something quieter, Fig Tree Bay in Proteus is a perfect choice. It's ideal for families or couples looking for a more relaxed holiday, with shallow water, friendly service, and an open, breezy atmosphere. If you want a mix of beach and amusement, head to Coral Bay in Paphos. Here, you'll find boat rides, scuba diving, and some of the island's largest water parks nearby. By nightfall, the beachfront in Ayia Napa lights up and turns into a true entertainment zone, with seaside bars, live music, international DJs, and all-night parties. However, when visiting these spots, keep in mind that during peak season, beaches get crowded, prices for chair rentals and services spike, and privacy becomes rare if you arrive late. It's best to come early and bring a hat, sunglasses, and water, because the Mediterranean sun isn't as gentle as its beauty might suggest. Also note that water sports here tend to close earlier than you might expect, usually wrapping up between 5 and 6 p.m. But whether you're sliding through waves, sunbathing, kayaking, or simply lying back and listening to the surf, beaches in Cyprus always have a way of making you forget the time. With moderate costs, around 10 to 15 euros for a full day, including a sunbed, umbrella, and a few hours of water sports. This is an experience you simply can't miss when visiting the island. And when sunset falls and the sea calms, you'll understand why people in Cyprus never seem to rush. Because every day by the sea is a day that doesn't need to be hurried.